On a Thursday. Now, I know it's November and we're thinking about Thanksgiving and Christmas, but if you're planning a wedding or you're getting engaged or just have, you know that you're actually planning for the big event, maybe 6 months or even a year out. And, you start thinking about that spring weddings, summertime weddings. You need a good wedding planner, and there's a lot of things that go into it, from the selection of the DJ, the venue, etc., etc. Miss Melanie Murphy, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Good to see you. Of course, you're from By Invitation Only Wedding Planning, and this is kind of what you do, is you put these big, like, J-Lo, is that what you do? Do you run around like with an earpiece on like J-Lo?
No, we don't run around with the
yell
earpiece.
at people and say, bring it in, do this!
It's kind of a behind the scenes like that, but we don't actually run around with the headsets on.
Fair enough. So over the next, I guess 8 or 9 weeks or so, we're going to really be kind of taking a look at what goes into planning this big day, and it is a 6-month or a year out kind of thing, huh?
Very definitely. We encourage the year, if you want to get the right place and the right vendors, you want to start early. So we suggest that you start looking as soon as you get that ring.
So you start going, ladies, you just get to work. The guy gets on his knee, and ladies, you better be going, all right.
Exactly. Some of us probably have already started in that process. If they know
Is it true? Is it true, like when you guys are teenagers, you're all like, I can't wait till he says yes?
Some have been planning for a while. Then you get some that are like, I have no clue. And that's where we can help as well.
I gotcha. So today, and again, each week we're going to really focus on a specific piece. And today it's really about venue size and venue selection.
It is. It is. Obviously, you get that ring and you start thinking, where is this memorable day going to occur? You got to start with a guest list so that you know what size event you're looking at.
Because it's going to kind of go like regular events. Like you don't want, if you're expecting 200 people, you don't want a 1,000-room place because it looks empty, right?
Exactly. And vice versa. The last thing you want is everybody to be crammed in some tiny little space and just be uncomfortable. So you want to make sure you have the size appropriate and style appropriate venue for your event.
Now, of course, in Columbia, we've got a plethora of wonderful places.
We do. We have a great selection across the board. There's all different types, from historic homes to the ballroom setting. So.
What kinds of options? You've got different groups. I guess the best way would be to put it into numbers like 0 to 50 or 0 to 100, 100 to whatever.
A lot of these venues have crossover because they can accommodate from 50 up to 300. A good example, is that ballroom space, of course. But we start with something like the Lace House. Beautiful venue, very traditional, very southern. It can accommodate quite a big variety in size. Another venue that we think on that is that nice open floor plan now is 701 Whaley.
That's a cool venue. They do a lot of stuff at 701.
It is. It's a blank palette. It allows you to come in and create basically anything you want to do. It's that open floor plan, so you can have so many components within it. It's really unique, that urban loft feel. But then you also have something like the Marriott. The Marriott sort of lets you customize your size. I guess for your size group, it allows you to use the spaces accordingly. And most all these venues that we're talking about do have space for both ceremony and reception, which a lot of people are doing nowadays.
So you don't have to go 17 miles from the church or the congregation to the party spot, if you will.
Exactly. The Lace House has the gorgeous gardens.
And that's, of course, on the Governor's complex.
It's on the Governor's complex, yes.
We had a Wounded Warrior Project thing over 9/11 there, and the Lace House was just very, very cool. In fact, Brian McConkey was our own. Brian McConkey was married there.
Yes, it is beautiful.
Just a great historic kind of feel.
But it's very unique. It has to fit your style event, just like the others do. Again, the 701 has to have that industrial look, so it has to fit your style event.
So if you're your own urban legend in your own mind, it'd be perfect. 701 would be a perfect thing.
Exactly.
So venue size, today's lesson for you folks who are planning weddings, venue size starts with a guest list. Find out how many people you want.
Yes.
Pick the right venue, and then you can start picking the flowers and the DJs and all this.
Then you get all of that other good stuff that we call staging. You start putting all the good stuff together.
That's a fancy term. That's a technical term. Kids, write that down. Staging.
Yes.
So Miss Melanie Murphy, By Invitation Only. Next few weeks, we're going to be talking about all these little pieces, that go into the perfect wedding plan. And of course, we'll get your information up as well. If somebody has a question, they can contact you directly and get that to you, and you can help out these brides, the blushing brides to be, as it were. All right, there were Tie the Knot tips. Miss Melanie Murphy, thank you so much for coming in.
So much
we'll see you next Thursday. I know it's Thanksgiving, but we'll be here.
Sounds good.
Having some fun. When Good Day Columbia comes right back, Henry Rothenberg's got your full forecast, and then we've got more live music. We're doing Thursday Up in Style this morning. Stay with us.